Welcome to the R8, welcome to New Car Day, and I've organised something that I've never seen on YouTube before, and already it's not going to plan. So this morning, you join me heading to a petrol station. Usually it's Gravelwood Car Sales, Saxton 4x4, and for the Murcielago it's VVS, which ironically is actually where I'm driving to today, once I've swapped my R8 over for my new daily driver at a petrol station in Essex, where I'm meeting up with Dub Customs. Now, I told Dub Customs 9:45 and the time is now 10 AM. I've been waiting here about 20 minutes and the nerves are setting in. Firstly, this is the most unglamorous location you can collect a car from, let alone reveal one on YouTube. But I'm also keeping my eyes peeled because they could turn up any minute now. And I'm nervous for two reasons. Firstly, I collected the car 9 days ago and drove it straight to Dub Customs. I had a very short drive, and before that, I'd never driven the car before, so I have no idea how good this car is going to be as a daily driver. Secondly, when I arrived at Dub Customs, we were going through all of the samples. I had an image in my head on what colour I wanted to wrap the car, and the sample didn't exist. So we've had to do a world's first satin laminated bullet green. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed because Dub Customs have only sent me a photo of a door wrapped. That is it. So this will be the first time that I lay my hands on my new car with its new wrap, and I'm a little bit nervous that the shade of green isn't correct.
It's there. It's right here. Look.
Oh. I've had to move from the shell to the car park above. I'm a little bit confused with the sun on it. There it is! There it is! I'm not entirely sure about it. And there it is.
There's my two-car garage, ladies and gentlemen.
How's it going?
Yes, good morning.
How's it going? You alright?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, all good. It's cool.
Oh, what's up?
How you doing, Paul?
I'm good, how are you?
Not too bad.
Good to see you. I mean...
Colour looks amazing, doesn't it? Look at that. This
I
looks
don't know.
really cool.
I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
I'm like...
The one photo that you sent me, it looked darker in your studio, and I was a little bit nervous about how light it was going to look, so I want to look at it from the...
Like from here it changes like fully, goes like almost like a goldy effect.
There we go, like that was the flip that I wanted. I mean, the yellow calipers, the titanium wheels definitely work. They definitely work. In the sunlight, here, it looks cool. But I think alphas are like always a dark green.
Yeah.
And I wanted like a bit of a gold fleck.
This is unique.
Yeah.
This is totally unique.
Definitely unique, Dan.
Well, it's a one of one. Obviously, we made it with a bespoke material.
Exactly, yeah. This is the only one that's been satin laminated.
Done all of that gloss black.
Yes. All of the grills gloss black. The front here that's usually satin silver, like the iconic V, is now gloss black. I'll tell you what, it's not a bad two-car garage.
Lovely.
A manual V10,
Yeah.
sub 50k. Actually, it's over 50k now because the cars that are on Auto Trader are shooting up in price.
Yeah.
But then we've also got the V6 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time that I have seen it fully wrapped, and this is the first time that you're also seeing this car as my new daily driver. I've swapped out the Golf GTI and I've gone, I'd say, fairly big boy in comparison to the Golf. That felt like a toy car in comparison to this.
Well, there's the keys.
Thank you very much. I now need to continue my drive onto VVS. I'll jump in it and we'll get a little bit of a first drive as we head over there, and then I'll get some photos. I'll do a bit of filming there, take some photos, which I think I've already said. I am quite excited. Waving goodbye to the shell garage that delivered the Alfa Romeo, and we head round to VVS. We've said goodbye to Dan and Tom, who have taken the R8 back up to Dub Customs to do a few little cosmetic tweaks. Nothing too crazy. I'm not wrapping that car,
But we are now joining the M25. Full tank says 278 miles. 100 quid, 278 miles. So let's see what happens to that. And then down here, I've got the drive mode selector, which is race, D, N, and A. And I have no idea what D, N, and A will stand for, but I can select and move between the two. So that's going to be interesting. Cool, I've already gone down to 277 miles. Well, what an interesting wrap choice that I actually think, if this was a cloudy day, I would have loved. Because we looked around the car, and actually in my wing mirror now, it is a really nice dark green. I was really hoping for a deep, dark satin olive green, and what we've got is quite a light satin olive green, which isn't the end of the world. I'm not going to completely discount it, because what Dub have done is absolutely smash the wrap, but on that side it looks a little bit too light. Okay, I'm looking through the camera screen at what the lens is seeing, and I am loving this wrap more and more. I'm definitely warming to it, and around here I'm so glad I went for the satin finish, because it just accentuates the beautiful lines that the Stelvio Quadrifoglio has. And we have to start by saying a massive thank you to Forza Finance, who now have exclusively financed my garage, the Alfa Romeo and the Audi R8. And when I tell you they have smashed this out of the park, it is well worth heading into the link in the description and getting in touch with them. They have a brand new website, and you can contact any member of the team. I dealt with Bradley throughout this process, and it was without doubt the fastest from start to finish, picking this car to getting the payout so that I could actually go and collect it. It was the fastest transaction I've ever seen. I was actually at home when I got the call to say that the car had been paid out and I could go and collect it. I didn't even have plans to collect this car, because I was fully expecting it to be a 5 to 7 day payout, and this has completely caught me off guard when I was going through the finance process. And the deal, I cannot begin to describe. I will get into more details, but it is the same deposit as the Golf GTI. The car is worth £12,000 to £15,000 more expensive than the Golf, and yet it is only £100 more expensive on finance. So I couldn't say no. This was the first car that I went through the finance process with Forza, just to double check that the finance was coming out okay, and I was blown away at just how attractive it was as an ownership proposition. One of the first things the guys did is remove the big chunky front number plate holder, and it looks so much cleaner from the front, but that is also helped by the fact that Dub Customs have removed all of the grills that from factory come in almost like a matte plastic finish, and they've painted them all gloss black, so it almost looks brand new the whole way across. I love the bonnet vents, and actually when you get up close you can see just how metallic this wrap is underneath the satin laminate. So bullet green is almost like an olive golden green metallic gloss, and then we've done the satin laminate over the top to create the world exclusive satin bullet green. And actually I like it in this angle. I think it works so well with the gloss black vents, the wheel brake caliper combo. We've obviously got the clover leaf on the side. We've gone for gloss black wing mirrors to match the pan roof up there, and then down the side as well we've also got a detailed gloss black side skirt. Inside we've got red stitching, Alcantara carbon fiber, huge paddles to shift gear, and then also the only thing that you need in this car is a USB cable so that you can get Apple CarPlay. My lunch is also over there as well, but I am over the moon with how this car drives, how the car sounds from a sound system perspective, how good this car sounds from the rear once you open the valves up. And I think because one of the angles I first saw on this car was this, and I did say to Dub Customs you can take the badges off, I kind of feel like they need the badges on. From the back it's nowhere near as aggressive as it is on the front, but I absolutely love how this thing looks, and I am slowly warming to the wrap, and I think from some angles it looks great. Right, the sun has gone in, so I can finish the video and I will wrap it up as quickly as possible. But ladies and gentlemen, there you go, the most random car collection and car reveal ever. My new Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio is here. This is my new daily driver that replaces the Golf GTI and also somewhat replaces the Jag E-Pace. But we've got so much more performance, so much more of a car, so much value for money as well in these, and I cannot wait to share with you what my ownership experience is going to be like. Dub Customs have smashed it out of the park with this satin bullet green, and under this cloud cover it looks great. I was a little bit nervous about it being a little bit too light, which even here it is to an extent, but when the sun comes out, well, lucky we live in England because the sun doesn't come out too often, so hopefully as it starts to rain and get a little bit darker, get more deep dark grey clouds, we will see the true shade of what I was hoping for from this car. Just in the harsh blue sunlight of when I saw it this morning, I didn't know whether I was going to be a fan of it, but I am warming to it. I think it looks great here, just like that. And a massive shout out to Forza Finance as well for making this car possible. They've helped me with the R8 and this, and I fully recommend you guys heading into the link in the description just to explore what they can offer you. If you are thinking about getting a new car, I can highly recommend them. And actually, last week, I sat down and did a really interesting podcast with one of their finance guys, the same guy that looked after me with the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio, a guy called Bradley. I can highly recommend you speaking to him. Head into the link in the description. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video and the reveal of my Alfa Romeo. I love it. I think from this angle right now, this is where I'm going to take all of the photos that you will probably already seen on Instagram. I'll leave the video there, guys. Take care. Goodbye.